Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is a Lorraine 39L AM. That's the Tier 3 French SPG, and we're located on the north spawn of Himmelsdorf, and it's under the command of Talon 1958. Now this little Arty is actually a converted troop carrier. You can see the guns actually mounted in the troop compartment. It's a 105mm howitzer. And in actual fact, it was the Germans who started using the Lorraine 39L AM as an SPG, and they not only mounted a 105mm gun in it, but they also mounted some with a 15cm howitzer. And he's found his firing position. Okay, and there's an enemy to the south, and he's extending his aim. And it's a medium 2 tank. That's a Tier 3 American medium. Lightly armoured, so it can't really take much damage if it gets hit by an Arty shell. Round out. Direct hit kills it! See what I mean? It's very lightly armoured. Can't take a big hit from a 10.5cm gun. It's going to go out of action very, very quickly. And there's a T2 medium. It's also an American medium. Again, lightly armoured. Won't take a hit from a 105. There's a Panzer 38T. And he's coming this way, and work out where he's going to go. Put the shell into him. Oh, he drove into the wall there. Round out. Oh no, it lands behind him. That's unfortunate. We've got a Cruiser 3 making his way across the battlefield. Now this could be a danger if he gets too close. And that UC 2-pounder, that's a British tank destroyer. He went down. Now the Cruiser 3 is getting close. And so's that Tetrarch. That's a Russian, in fact a British designed and British built light tank, but actually used by the Russians. Fires around in. Unfortunately it's landed behind the Tetrarch. There's an M2 light behind that signal box. Tetrarch's now in cover of the buildings. Now there's the that's the T45. You can see that the T2 was actually taken out by those buildings, and there's a Panzer 38T, can just hit it. It's the one that we saw earlier, being very badly driven. But it looks like he's going to have a go at trying to get that M2 light. Hiding behind the corner. Oh, the enemy Arty's been spotted. He's right at the back of the map. Dialing in the aim. We need to get this accurate. Round out. Oh, it landed right in front of him. I hope that doesn't spook him. It probably didn't, because he didn't lose any hit points from that strike. But the next shot could end his game. He's marked his target. It's going to need a couple of seconds to go. Round out straight away. Oh, it lands behind. And that one did spook the Sexton, even though he didn't lose any hit points. He realises he's being fired at, so he can't stay where he is, because if he did, he'd die. Okay, now we've lost sight of most of the enemy. There's the Panzer 38T. He's hiding behind the buildings. We've got no solution on him at the moment, as long as he stays there. The M2 light's hiding behind those buildings. We've got a red line, so that means we can't hit him. We can hit that Panzer 38T just. It's a difficult shot. He'd have to dial in very, very carefully. But he can get it. Oh, as long as he doesn't move. Round out. No, unfortunately it was a blown rescue when he fired, so the shell went wild. And that Panzer 38T is getting rather close. I'm not sure if he's got 6th sense on this this Lorraine, so I'm not sure if he's been seen. Round out. Kills the 38T. Uses the same chassis as the Light Viz 38 and the Griller and the Marder, that tank. Right, he's going in for cover. He's got 2 teammates in here. The scores are even at the moment, but he's got no protection from the enemy tanks on the rail tracks. So he really has to seek protection of his teammates, otherwise he would be dead. There's always the possibility they might have spotted him. And of course that Sexton 2's still out there, and he could shoot. He's having a quick look behind the sheds, just in case the M2 light came up that way. Can't see anything. It's going to be a bit aggressive here. All 2 enemy light tanks have been spotted near the enemy cap, and he's moving further south. moving away from that other position, because obviously that's where he was compromised. He's looking to get a solution on the Sexton 2. Was there a Sexton? Yes, there is a Sexton 2 there. In fact, both Artys have been spotted there, I think. Sexton 2's gone down. There's the Geschutzpanzer Mark 6. That's the tank that's the SPG converted British light tank. In fact, that's the only remaining Arty. And he's taking a lot of damage. And he's gone. Taken out by the T2 medium. We're about to see to our right. There he is. Okay, so we can now use the railway tracks area. And if we get behind the cover of those railway carriages, that will give us a bit of defence against those French light tanks. The R35 is the closest enemy at the moment. Okay, there he is. He's in that road. Okay, we're dialing in, and he just took out our M15, but he's only got 11 hit points left, that R35. And because we're adjusting our aim constantly, it's taking a little while to dial in. But he's fired, and he hits the ground behind the R35. He's marked where he thinks the R35 is. There's only 2 other tanks on his team remaining. There's 3 enemy light tanks. He's loaded. It's got a 16.56 second reload, which is fairly quick. It is, after all, only a 10.5 centimeter gun, so it's actually fairly light gun, but it only carries a 4-man crew, the Lorraine. Most other French Artys have four crew, except a few have 5 or 6 crewmen. And most of the enemy tanks that are still alive have got virtually no health left, so they'd only take 1 shot to kill. Unfortunately, can't get a solution on them at the moment, but they're still putting up a good fight. Okay, it's going to drive in. I'd be very tempted to come up behind those enemy tanks and dirt them in the rear. I've done it before in an SPG. I've done it before in a Lorraine 39L, actually. It was hilarious. The enemy really didn't expect an Arty to come up behind him and derp him in the rear. Totally unexpected. Now, he could have turned right there, gone through the buildings, the gap. He probably would have come up right behind the T45. But I think what he's going to do is go round the back of him, because that T45 is facing the T2. He's not going to be looking in this direction. And oh boy, is he going to get a shock. I've driven really close, but he doesn't need to. He's good with the shotgun, and he takes out that last enemy tank with a beautiful shotgun, kills him, wins the battle. And he got 3 kills in the end. That's very good work. Let's have a look at the end of battle stats. Well, it was only a second-class tanker for Talon 1958 in the Lorraine 39L AM. But he did pick up a bruiser medal during that battle. It was a funny end, actually, a shotgun to win. Win 8 was only 5-1-2, but that's really because he didn't really get a chance to let it perform at its fullest extent. He did have a few misses on the enemy tank, on the enemy Sexton, and of course some of the other enemy tanks like the R35. He didn't hit that, but he did have a good try. So let's have a look at the team scores. Well, he didn't get the highest on that. He came 6th on that one with 157 hit points. He did come right at the top of the table, just behind the T2 medium. He got 3 kills. The T2 medium got 5. And when it came to base XP, he was again down in 6th place with 300, whereas the T2 medium managed 652. He fired 9 rounds during that battle, got 3 direct hits, 3 penetrations and 1 splash. Damage of 157 hit points, of which 156 were at more than 300 meters. He wasn't hit at all. He damaged 4 of the enemy, killed 3 of them, and he received 8,228 credits. After ammunition resupply, he took away 7,076 credits, received 450 XP, times 4 for the first victory of the day that weekend, plus he got a personal reserves bonus running at the same time for 225, so he took away 2,025 experience points altogether. So a pretty good victory, really, altogether. If you enjoyed this replay, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.